Alright, here we go. This is a custom 2v2 on Storm between the Carbon team on the left side. It is the Krakken in the Raptor Neo and zaneti4 in the classic Neo. Ooh, double Neo team on Storm. This is going to be interesting. I have a feeling we're going to see slash spam, but I'm not going to make any assumptions, any accusations right now. And their opponents, the red team on the right side, it is Lord of Lords in the classic Warthog and Pawnz in the beta Striker. It's Neo versus Warthog Striker. This is going to be kind of, this is not going to be a normal current meta game, which is nice. It's nice to see. Okay. Zaneti and Krakken opening fairly standard. zaneti4, gotta be clear about that. zaneti4 and Zaneti are different people. zaneti4 getting a great timing harass, killing 4 out of 5 creeps. That was an insane backslash and backstab, whatever the hell you want to call it, and delaying the red team's outpost capture. That's pretty awesome. Now Lord of Lord's going to grab some, but they are going to be several creeps behind as the Carbon team's now going to be able to take their back corner post and going to already be able to get started on this forward post. zaneti4 again doing some harass, trying to neutralize and delay even further, but with 2 red mechs here to respond, it's kind of high hopes. Going to be forced out of the area, but it does give Krakken enough time to basically capture and surround the forward post, and they are way ahead. The red team has not even gotten to capture either of these 2 posts yet. However, they have started the mid-fight. They have their Longhorn well, only one is firing, but the goalie is getting started. A little bit more harass or scouting by Krakken, who levels up, so not in too much danger, but the Neos are gonna be probably falling victim to the Warthog focus fire. It's very dangerous, as Neos are, I think, the lowest health mech in the game, maybe Angel. But either way, it doesn't really matter. The Warthog is going to just shred them in the air, as you probably saw earlier. Krakken getting air to grounded by Lord of Lords. Going to reposition the Seeker. And will he be able to get out of there? My gosh. Oh! Very unlikely. And there you go. Lord of Lords finishing off the Krakken. But in the long run, I don't know how much it's going to matter, as the Carbon team is in a better position, in a better spot than the red team, already getting started on controlling the low ground here. Any artillery up for the Carbon team? No. Any artillery up for the red team? No. So, artillery and Bucky's. It looks like both teams. Okay, no, just the Carbon team is going with Bucky, which can be dangerous, especially against if the red team chooses to go artillery. So the AoE will be very strong. Krakken making a small clump of jackals at the top, probably going to send them to the top right or straight to fort. So we'll see what he goes with. Either way, should he do that, really needs to use that as some kind of distraction to make a move, or support it just to do as much fort damage as possible or whatnot. A little bit of harass going back and forth here. Both teams trying to do their classic attempts at unit snipes. Krakken trying to get what he can do done with the Blade Guardian Neo. Only has 2 Blade Guardians, so might want to bring a few more out, but it's just so dangerous to fly around, especially on Storm, against this Warthog. Do they have a generator? No generator on the socket yet. But we do have a neutralization down here by the Krakken. The backstab is just so dang strong, but red team is going to be able to get this right back up. Storm, again, distances are so close that you really have to make a complete move all at once. It's just so hard to do it in stages. Just like that, the red team was able to respond basically immediately because you're like 1 short outpost flight distance away. We do have the jackals coming out here now. Will they go for the top right corner? Yes, they will, but the sergeants go down first. Will the sergeants all survive? Yes, they do. Lord of Lords trying to focus Krakken over here, but now zaneti4 is going to be able to secure this a little bit better, and actually shifting the jackals to do fort damage, so that forcing the red team to make a choice here. Are the red team going to go for the, going to try to neutralize here, or are they going to try to preserve as much fort health as possible? But with Krakken supporting here, it's very difficult for them to really do either at the same time. And it looks like Zanetti just continuing to apply pressure to the undefended fort, or to the undefended outposts, neutralizing the bottom here. A decent amount of fort damage. Like, they have like a third of their health gone. That's a lot. And they're still ticking away here. Okay, finally the last Jackal getting finished off. One Stinger over here, which is pretty hilarious. Kraken bringing that back to heal, and the Carbon team has secured the top right outpost. The red team has probably a better position, or at least definitely a better unit presence here at the mid. This line right here is pretty insane. Going to be a little bit difficult. If heavy mines go down, will be a little bit difficult to micro. No Osprey on the right side on the red team. And these over here, okay, artillery firing in, so the Carbon team needs to maintain that. They can't just leave it alone. For the red team, oh, Zanetti getting finished off by Lord of Lords there. Lord of Lords now going to make a move in. Definitely the time to do so, and as a Warthog can do a lot of stuff solo and just kind of shred tons of tanks, but needs to move in, needs to get the neutralization. The tanks need to be in range of the outpost. And does get the neutralization, moving the tanks in now. Kraken coming back with a couple sergeants, but it's, oh no, with a couple creeps, but it is too little too late. There are way too many red units surrounding, so the red team has been able to retake this top right outpost. Kraken just trying to kill off whatever he can with the Neo. Actually gets the outpost back, but gets finished off in the air by Lord of Lords, and there's just so many tanks over here. The Butcher spam actually might do a decent amount of work. Does kill one Longhorn. And, oh boy, zaneti4 trying to come over here to support, but does get finished off by a flacker, if you saw that explosion on the left side of the screen, on the way to the top right outpost. So now we are back to neutral. We are back to even. They're 54 to 68, so the red team slightly ahead in upkeep. 36 units on the field for both teams. But again, as in many games, a lot of those are in heavy mines for the Carbon team. Kraken gonna try to do a sneaky neutralization over here. Not really gonna get too far. Does get the neutralization, but gets finished off in the air by Pawnz in the retreat. And zaneti4 getting finished off by a Seeker, but most of that damage was Lord of Lords Warthog. Warthog, so strong, so insane, especially in close proximity maps, close quarters maps like Storm, Twin Peaks, Salt to an extent. And saving that, like, 1 health Longhorn, my goodness. Lord of Lords on a rampage, getting another kill on Kraken. I didn't even see that. Warthog play is quite astonishing in the right hands on the right map. And that's kind of what's happening right now. But zaneti4 getting a decent amount killed with that Neo. 2 tanks getting finished off, and the Kraken going with Brutes to the top. Can only bring 2 as he's a Neo. Oh, and gets caught in the act. How did Lord of Lords see that? My goodness, I don't know how that was possible. Might get finished off, probably gonna get finished off here. No, gets back to the post, wow. Whereas zaneti4 actually low on health, trying to do the harass here on the bottom right. It's 54, oh nope, yeah, 54 to 60. Pretty even. God, this Warthog doing tons of damage. Pawnz and the Striker getting the final hit, but the Warthog just doing so much work. And retaking that top right. What is down here? Okay, it is the Kraken with 2 more Brutes. Just trying to get constant neutralizations, constant harass, and, you know, ideally the income that they are losing in the time that it's neutral is going to outweigh the cost of, like, these Brutes are going to die. And Kraken might die as well. Tries to jump away, does get finished off. Lord of Lords one more time. Basically on a rampage. How many kills does he have by now? 7. Oh, no. Yeah, 7. 7 kills. Or no, 5. I forget. I forget what that is. I think that's 7 kills. Oh no, 7 units, 5 kills. So on 5 kills, I keep forgetting how to read these stats. Because they are formatted in a way that, in my opinion, don't really make sense. zaneti4 getting finished in the air. Kraken trying to harass as much as possible, but with the AA there, and 2 mechs, it's just so hard. The mid is quite a mess right now, but the red team with the better positioning. Kraken getting finished off. Lord of Lords' Warthog is ridiculous. This feels like some of those like old games where you're playing 6 strikers on simple, and if you fly in the mid area at all, you just basically get vaporized by the 3 enemy mechs fire. But the Kraken continuing the Neo harass. it's just so difficult to go Neo on a close quarters map like this, unless you do choose to absolutely spam the hell out of that backstab, which they are kind of doing, but also kind of not. Dang, 4 generators, 5th one for the outpost, which is pretty crazy. Carbon team neutralizing the mid, artillery firing in. Carbon team does need to make up some ground. They are about 20 behind in upkeep, 10 behind in units out on the field, considering the number of heavy mines they have out, which is, let's see, just those 3 maybe. There might be more somewhere else. But yeah, Carbon team needs to make up a little bit of ground. The red team's way ahead in levels 10s versus level 7s. And Zaneti getting finished off again. The Flactor this time getting the final hit. But Lord of Lords, Warthog Fire just wreaking havoc on the Carbon team. The red team now attempting to meet. Okay, I was about to say attempting to put units on the other side of mid, which could be potentially very dangerous. Actually, but it's not that bad right now considering the amount of generator. What's with all the generators, man? That's just an insane number of generators. Kraken getting back to the post here, mostly because this was the Striker, not the Warthog. But again, we are at neutral again, at mid. Artillery firing back and forth. I mean, it's Bucky's versus artillery right now. Doesn't look like there's... Okay, there's one Archie up for the Carbon team, but that's it. They're actually pushing back the red team a decent amount and have evened it up in upkeep. Actually, now they are ahead. 65 to... Oh, no. Nope. Upkeep numbers can swing so quickly, and zaneti4 once again dying to AA. I guess AA plus mech fire. Kraken surviving here. Nobody doing any deeper harassment or fort drops for a while. Deeper as in further behind enemy lines than just right here in this immediate mid-fight area. And looks like zaneti4 getting killed again. This time trying to kill some more units on the ground. The Gothic Goliath getting the final hit. And all these generators have been killed. Oh my god, I missed that explosion. But yeah, look at all the dead generators on the ground right now at the high ground. And I'm not really sure what was the idea behind all the it was just too many generators. They don't heal units, so I'm not really sure what the idea was behind generator spam. Moderate use of generators, maybe. But now red team getting us around on the left side of mid. Is this a drop? What is this? That's a goalie drop by the Carbon team. But Pawnz handling that. Kraken coming for a creep drop. So it looks like the Carbon team might be kind of resigning to fort drops are the only way to win at this point, since they basically have lost mid and probably their forward. It's not an unreasonable approach at this point. Dillo drops coming because they have their opponents at about half health. Honestly, the red team might want to just start sending right now and force them into a base race that the Carbon team cannot win due to their lack of numbers. It's freaking 16 to 88 right now. But Kraken is getting some work done just by some really great micro at the fort. The Dillos are doing a lot of work. Pawnz dropping the goalie in defense, but Zaneti with another cloaked goalie drop needs to drop it probably at the back where there's the least amount of defense. Kraken getting back to the post before getting finished off, but the red team should just hit send as soon as possible, I think, because they are in deep trouble. They're about 15% health, and the opponents are both Neos. They are both able to slip right by and drop wherever they want. Kraken waiting for the red team to leave. Now repositioning the goalie. The red team has sent, but not all their units. They have sent, though. Someone on the red team needs to stay behind, and someone on the red team needs to support the push. And the same thing is happening on the Carbon side. Kraken with 3 more Dillos. Lord of Lords trying to catch whatever he can, but Kraken slips by all the way in the bottom of the map. The lunchbox has gone down. The red team goalies are just slamming the front of the Carbon fort right now, but Lord of Lords coming back, trying to defend here. Lunchbox shield has been depleted. Pawnz and Lord of Lords doing their best to try to finish off these Dillos. Kraken's Dillos have been finished off. Kraken gets finished off at this point, and I think that's it. I think that's it. The Carbon team was so close to finishing this off, but the red team able to, I mean, sent a smidgen too late, honestly, but does it matter? I don't think so. Lord of Lords and Pawnz pulling it out, able to survive the onslaught of fort drops done by the Krakken and zaneti4. Double Neo on a small map. I guess one advantage is able to traverse 4 sneaky drops quickly rather than across Crater or Sandrim or Duel or whatever. You can do a fort drop from forward to fort very, very quickly, even from close to fort, even from fort to fort. It's not even that bad. Kraken slipping by at the last minute there, almost getting the finish, but Lord of Lords catching him. Both Pawnz and Lord of Lords responding to body block and finish off. Great play by the red team, but also just really, really cool play all around by all 4 players. And appreciate the replay submission by the Kraken. Man, that was hectic. That was hectic as heck. You know what I mean? I just assumed that the Carbon team would have taken it after taking that corner. Not super hard to hold, but they did not really pay it the attention that it needed to actually hold it for that time, unfortunately for them. And you know, after the artillery went up, Lord of Lords getting a kill on, I believe it was zaneti. I don't remember exactly, but one of the Neos got killed after, you know, trying to further support that top right corner. Lord of Lords taking advantage of that, leapfrogging up, killing as much as possible. Kraken, I remember, did bring some infantry to retake the post and held it for a fair amount of time, but the Warthog and I think the Striker kept supporting, and it was just too overwhelming for the Carbon team to hold. And from there, you know, they tried to just do lighter harassment, fort drops, neutralizations, but no heavy moves like that Jackal push. That Jackal push was pretty awesome, but they weren't able to hold it. And from there, the red team, especially with Lord of Lords focus fire, the Warthog fire was just so hard for the Neos to deal with. There were just deaths left and right. As you can see, 8 kills for Lord of Lords right here. This is what this means. This is kills and deaths. 3 kills for Pawnz, no kills for the Carbon team, tons of deaths for the Carbon team, as you could see during those harassment exchanges that they attempted to pull off. But yeah, crazy game, crazy game. Guys, check your replays to see if they work. This replay did work, so it was submitted to me. I appreciate anyone who verifies their replays before submitting them. Yeah, let's see who, you know, if any of these players comes out on top in January ranking. I believe Pawnz was not eligible due to inactivity in December, but all these other players will probably see their, you know, their video highlights pretty soon. If you guys are interested in competitive AirMech, you know who to contact. This is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.